Hello and welcome to part 5.1 of that Monday Face podcast. I couldn't do part 2 because of the episode numbers, and episode 6 is already taken for next week. So I have to do 5.1 just because I can.
5.1.
Just want to say hello and thank you to Jo, the administrator, the moderator. She has been a member for 12 months. Go, Jo. So thank you for keep lining my pockets. It helps. And welcome to the show, Craig. And thank you for coming on again. A couple of tech issues, but we managed to get it. Well, I didn't get it sorted. Craig got it sorted. So welcome to the show.
I'm just
Are you eating peanuts?
Skittles.
Skittles.
I've not got a snack.
I've got
I'll be off my tits in 10 minutes.
Best way to be. Oh, stop it.
Raspberry mushrooms.
Yeah.
Do I need a snack?
Yeah.
Nah, you'll be all right.
It's all right.
What, just to eat, you'll be fine.
I've got an orange juice.
Oh, right. So we're going to talk about growing up in the 1900s, not the early days. He hates that, don't you? Oh, in the face. Obviously, the later part of the 1800s, the night. Later part. Oh, can't. I've been like this all day.
You're a cheeky get, you.
The later part of the 1900s, i.e., from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah. So just clarify that.
I don't remember the 60s.
No, I was 4 years out.
I don't remember the 60s, 70s, or the 80s. Just saying.
I remember the 70s. I remember wearing brown flares. I don't mean like little baggy bits at the bottom. I'm talking like nearly a foot and a half out. I was only like 6, 7. They were all the worst. I've got a photo of me somewhere. No, I will not be showing you or anybody else.
Ripped up the burp house.
Oh, yeah, I had some of them as well.
Yeah, me no. Child abuse, isn't it?
It is. It really is. Right, so we pretty much covered all the crap that we used to eat then, but it didn't kill anyone compared to the crap we eat now that does. What else did we cover?
Snow.
I think the most thing I took away from it was tripe.
That's how I've got in my head. Quite literally. Oh, the weather. Was it the weather? Snow, did you say?
Snow, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
It's like it did not matter how deep the snow was, you would still go to school regardless. Whereas now, one flake on the ground and you just close the world, don't they?
One snowflake.
Yeah.
I know, so.
We don't get snow like that now, though.
No.
Climate change.
We don't get proper snow.
Yeah, climate change. That's what it is.
Just rains, doesn't it now?
Yep. Oh, we don't even get rain down here.
Yeah.
What makes
we
me really
do,
sad
but-
is my kiddies, they're 6 and 8, and they've not actually experienced that much proper snow.
Really?
And they won't. And yeah, they've obviously had snow, like snow days, and stuff, where it's
Yeah.
like been really good to play in, but they won't remember that. They're only little.
Yeah.
They're not going to remember when it was properly snowing.
You
It's
have to
quite
take
sad,
them to what you could do. Take them.
Take them where?
The
to the
North Pole. The Alps. How about up River on a Saturday night in winter? That'll do.
All right.
While you're at it, you could look for some cryptids, even though we're not talking about that. But anyway,
Yeti.
no, not Yeti. Hey.
What am I doing here?
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Couldn't resist.
What am I doing here on the Monday night? For you two?
Oh,
Could you
Right.
think of a better way to spend your Monday night?
What were you two eating Skittles?
Yeah, best.
well,
Monday
there's
night
only
ever.
one of us eating Skittles, and it ain't me.
Right.
It's not me either.
Yeah. Right. How about TV shows from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s?
Right.
What do you reckon?
Yeah. Thunderbirds.
Joe 90.
UFO.
See, I don't remember. I
Not
watched
remember
it
that.
back, but I don't remember the
Yeah.
original.
No, I do. That were,
Remember
was
Space
1970s, that
1999? Who?
that were 1970s, weren't it? That UFO.
Don't know.
Yeah, it were, because it was supposed to be set in 1980. So when you look at it now, and you look at like all the cars and stuff,
Yeah.
they're like even more futuristic than we have now. In fact, they all look like that Tesla truck, and this was supposed to be like in the 1980s.
Right.
So they got it a bit wrong, didn't they?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But I used to have all the toys and everything as well when I was a kid. You know, all the toys that you could buy and that.
No, the characters and the vehicles
like,
and all that.
the vehicles and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
I remember like Space 1999. My brother had don't know what it's called. He had two little red buttons on top, and it dropped the cargo bit, like the container unit underneath.
The Eagle.
It was made out of cast iron. You drop that on your foot.
Yeah.
You know about it, especially when you're only young.
Yeah. The Eagle. They were called the Eagle.
Oh, is that what it was?
Mm.
Ah.
Yeah, somebody just said Eagles. Yeah.
Then
Hey,
there's that woman with the
Is that
plaited
Dave
eyebrows.
Jasper? Is that Mr. Jasper? Randall and Hopkirk deceased. Dave, is that you?
It says Dave Jasper.
No, because is he the Dave Jasper? It's all right. I used to work with him. Hey, Dave.
Well,
All right, mate.
we'll find out.
Yeah. Just go on, Dave. Is it you? Yeah or nay?
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I think there's a little delay.
What are you doing on here, Dave? All right, mate.
Yeah, it's come.
Yeah. Yee. How you doing?
I'm checking up on you. Seeing what nonsense you're talking tonight.
Well, this is it, isn't it? Now, see, Dave knows me of old, so I've got to be careful of what I say now.
Anyway, back to the 1900s.
1900s. Go on.
Yeah, TV shows, right? Do you think that they're better now? I'm talking like across all the channels, like with cable and Sky and all that.
No.
So the 3 or 4 channels that we had growing up, and the variety of shows that we had compared to now.
Well, they're all talent shows, isn't it now? It's all cheap telly, isn't it? That's what it is.
Mm.
It's just cheap telly.
No, they're not as good now because they have to be very careful now with what
yeah,
they
you
say.
can't say anything, can you?
No,
You won't get away
they
with
were so
like
much better.
some of the comedies that they had in like 70s and the 80s and that. You won't get away with them now.
Well, even like Joe's mate, Benny Hill. She'll tell you the story one day. She went drinking with him in a pub in Southampton. She don't remember anything else. True story, some of it. I might have made the last bit up, but it's like even Morecambe and Wise and Jasper Carrot, of all people.
Well, Morecambe and Wise
people...
used to sleep in the same bed, didn't they?
Yeah, but so did Bert and Ernie.
Never get away with that these days, would you?
Don't know. It depends what you're watching.
We don't all watch the same stuff as you, Andy.
I'm just
Obviously.
observing is what it is. Yeah, so TV, I think they're a lot better than what they used to be. I've got finger linked to the computer, so I can watch all the channels, and it has a channel for each TV program. Went to bed Saturday night, fell asleep watching Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
Yep, one of the best puppets. Is it Tim Henson?
I have no idea about these.
Jim Henson. It's Jim Henson. And it is when one of the Fraggles got trapped by the Gorgs.
By the
And then
what?
Let me Google this.
The big things. Like you got the king and queen, and then you got Junior.
You sure you weren't tripping when you were watching this?
It had been a long day, so anything was possible. Probably a
Hang
bit
on a
of
minute.
sunstroke. You know, you must remember Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, I never watched
Have
it.
Oh,
Hang on.
We used to watch the Muppet Show.
yeah, it's like that, but funny.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can get on board with that.
It's a bit cross between the Muppet Show and Sesame Street.
Yeah, it looks do you know what? The characters, the guy with the one with the bunches looks
So you got Wembley,
familiar.
Golbo, Red, and I had this conversation the other day. Golbo, Wembley, Red, and Moki. They're the 4 main characters.
Right, here's one for you then. Can you name all 4 banana splits?
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Not got a clue. And you know what? I don't even think I ever knew the names of them.
I'm trying to remember now.
Well, I don't know what any of these are.
Oh, Sarah, you was born in
I
the wrong
can't
decade.
contribute. I know it was.
Bingo. Bingo was one.
Oh, Bong. Oh,
Snork.
I can give you.
Snork. Fleagle. What was the other one? Boomer. Or something.
Are you ready?
Go on.
Oh, wait, I'll do it on the right screen.
Bongo, Rory, Clang, and Boots. No, I don't think so.
But then Joe put Snork.
Yeah, Snorky was definitely one. Let's have a look.
See, I have no idea what anyone is talking about now.
Google it. You know,
Oh.
have you never heard of banana splits?
Me?
I can't
Yeah.
even
I used to
contribute
watch.
to this conversation.
I used to watch them on a Saturday morning in the school holidays.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they
But-
are creepy.
But Darren got it wrong. He was talking about animal crackers. Do you know
Yeah.
the 4 things in a band?
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Do you
Here
know
we
they're
go.
like
Fleagle, Bingo,
Right.
Drooper, and Snorky.
Ah.
they're
Yeah.
like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well,
They're well creepy.
oh, yeah. That's
Oh
kids'
my
TV.
god.
Why do you think we're so messed up now?
Well, I know, but
What do you mean you know? I know you messed up, but...
no, I'm not going to say you're not.
I'll tell you what used to freak me out when I was a kid. Pitkins.
Oh,
Anybody
yeah.
remember Pitkins?
All right, I'm going to have to Google this again.
Pitkin.
Got
Do you know
to,
Pitkin? Get this. This is a true story.
Hartley
Pitkin,
hair.
the hair was actually made out of real hair fur.
Was
It
it?
was basically a dead hair made into a puppet.
Are they meant to look that
Messed up, yeah.
messed
Yeah.
up? He's
Yeah.
like who's the
This was the
rabbit
1970s.
guy? The rabbit looks like a fuggler.
So that's Hartley hair. It's called Pitkins or Pitkin.
Yeah, Pitkins.
It was
Oh
my
my
brother's
God.
favourite show.
Octavia. The emu were it, something.
Oh, was it like a turkey or ostrich?
It was an
don't
ostrich
know.
or an emu or something. No, it was an ostrich, wasn't it? Yeah.
Whoever did it was on acid. I don't care what anyone says. They've got to be on summit. It proper. It was weird as hell.
This is why we're all as bad as we are now.
Yeah. But then you had. I remember Hector's
Proper
house. Remember
Yeah,
Hector's?
Hector's house. Yeah.
My favourite was Humphrey Cushion.
Humphrey Cushion.
Right?
Right,
Get
hang
this,
on.
Sarah.
Right, and
Yeah,
there was a vacuum cleaner as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So
What
You
is
have
it
a
with
clue?
this obsession with these weird characters?
Right.
That every single show is like a nightmare.
So
70s, we were all on drugs.
Psychedelic.
you have a cushion like this, yeah, and it's got
Yeah.
all the tassels round it, and
Yeah.
it's in the corner of a sofa. Then it'll just bend round, come up, and it'll be some puppety face with arms and mouth and everything.
I'm surprised we ever slept when we were kids.
And that was child entertainment.
That's what passed for child entertainment.
Oh yeah. So I can't get my
Wow.
chair. Right, there we go. Yeah, there's
And I
loads.
thought,
Tell you who I used to deliver to. I used to go to Cosgrove Hall in Charlton near Didsbury,
My
and they did
oh my
Count
God.
Duckula, Danger Mouse,
my father-in-law worked for them. He was an animator.
Charlton at Wheelies.
Yeah.
Hello, little old lady. There was that.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
There was
What
there
was
was
that?
Danger Mouse. There was Charlton and the Wheelies.
Count Duckula.
Count Duckula. Yeah.
And there's another one that they did there. But they did a clay animation one as well, but I can't remember the name
Clay
of it.
animation freaks me out.
Shut up! Right, she's in the room next door. She's
Oh.
obviously listening. Yeah, dog started now.
Oh,
Hang on.
it's all
Does
right.
anybody? What was that?
Go on.
What was that cartoon? Do you remember a cartoon with? I think it was 90s, right? Well, it will have been because I watched it. There was a blue and yellow. It was like, what are those things called where you know what I
Slinky.
mean? The instrument. No, no, the instruments where you play it like a keyboard.
Oh,
That's the
accordion.
one. It was like a blue
Dog.
and yellow accordion. Dog.
Is it a dog?
No, it was like a blue and yellow accordion, and then I'm sure there was a car, like a truck. That freaked me out. What was it called? Blue and yellow accordion.
Blue
Oh my
and
God,
Yellow,
what's it called?
Nightmares by Sarah.
Blue and yellow. Oh, there it is. I can't even see what it's called. It reminded me a little bit of rainbows. Right, hang on. I'm going to find it now.
Yeah.
Mary Mungo. And while you do that, Mary Mungo and Midge. The mouse would stand on the St. Bernard's nose and press a button in the lift. You remember that? That was one of my favourites. Rhubarb and custard. I used to have that. In fact, that's actually one of my ringtones on my phone as we speak.
Somebody's just put in chat clangers. Clangers were brilliant.
Clangers, oh yeah, with the soup dragon.
Weird.
Yeah. That were all about drugs and all, wasn't it?
I think it was Magic Roundabout.
Magic Roundabout was, yeah.
That was junkie galore, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dylan the rabbit.
Right.
Ermintrude. Was it Ermintrude with the flower on the mouth? Then Zebedee. So each character was on a different drug.
Was it Johnson and Friends?
Who?
Johnson and Friends started in
Never heard of it.
1990. Right, let me I'm gonna have to show you on
1990.
Johnson and Friends.
I've
Right.
left school by then. We left school by then.
I had just left the womb. Right, I'll show you.
Wow. There we go.
What did you just say? I missed it.
Oh no, it's all right. No.
Creepy little accordion that hopped across the floor.
No, that's
No,
That
It
is
hopped,
creepy.
like it is creepy, yeah.
don't remember
Really
seeing
weird. And then there was a hot
someone-
water bottle.
that. Oh,
no. Yeah, it was similar to that Hector's house, wasn't it?
And it just like
you don't want to warm your face
yeah,
on
I've just seen that cushion as well. That's Humphrey cushion. Awful.
Humphrey cushion.
Awful.
Awful. That's a haunted cushion, Sarah.
Was there
You
a
need to
vacuum
get it.
cleaner or something in that as
Oh,
Looked
I need
like
to tell you.
It had like a big nose or something.
It,
But where
Who?
it's in Hector's house. There was like a vacuum cleaner or something.
Yes. Oh,
Like a big. Its nose were like the hose pipe.
I've just realised our names. We haven't changed them
Oh,
from
well, no, you have changed. No, you did change it. I have just slowly changed them.
Have you?
Did you not notice? I thought I'd just.
No.
All right, Mandy.
I thought it's been a while.
Yeah.
I'll bring Mandy and Janice out.
The other dog wants to go out now.
Yeah.
Come on.
No. You ever remember Finger Bob?
Go on,
So there's a guy who had like paper, like mice heads and that on his hand, and he'd go across like that with these things on them.
Fucking one out.
Oh, that's awful. That's
Bod. The music to Bod is just. That's engine down memory lane, whether you want to go or not. Amp Flow.
Odd.
Professor Plod. Policeman. Was it Policeman Plod? Farmer Barlow.
You were going to call him Professor Plop then, weren't you?
Plod? I don't know what I was going to call him. Farmer Barlow? Yeah, Mr. Ben was good. And as if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared. Then he'd get changed into whatever. I always remember like the Arabian Nights one, where he had the fez and the like hunched up trousers. Don't know why, but that's just one that sticks out more than the others.
No idea. I'm just trying to find what was it called.
Mr. Ben. I'll tell you the scariest one if anybody remembers it. Does anybody remember the Tomorrow People?
Yes, absolutely love that.
Proper scary that.
With that guy, them kids would be running off, and that guy'd be walking. He'd be walking over like the colos and all that, and he'd be walking dead slow. It's like Slender Man, wasn't it? But not as tall.
Or Rent a Ghost.
That's a theme tune on my phone as well.
It's got to be the original, though, hasn't it? The new one they did was crap. The original one.
Don't think I watched it. Stuff like that. It's got to be the original. You can't go back and watch a remake of it because it's never ever going to be the same. Right, I'm going to put a vote out now.
She was one that sneezed, wasn't she, and disappeared.
Oh, with Pop-Off. Audrey Roberts.
Audrey Roberts, yeah, Coronation Street.
I don't know her real name.
Yeah.
Every time she had the flowers, she'd sneeze and end up somewhere else. Right, question for you. This is for everyone in the chat and you two as well. Mm-hmm. Right, so you know you've got Scooby-Doo, yeah? You got the team, the Mystery Machine and all that. The original before Scrappy-Doo or with Scrappy-Doo? For me, I would quite easily kill a dog, even though it's animated. Cannot stand Scrappy-Doo, the most annoying shithead in the world.
I don't like Scrappy-Doo. I think it was I think the character was unnecessary.
It just ruined it.
Took away. He's now not the only dog, and he's an annoying little. Thing.
It's a
little. Yeah.
It took away the connection between Shaggy and Scooby.
Yeah, it did.
It did. It come in like cock blocking them. That's what it did.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh
yeah.
Well,
biggest irritation.
Wasn't it?
He was like a little toddler. Oh, by the way, did you know there's a Mandela effect about Scooby-Doo where people swear that they someone's just said it.
Yeah.
People swear that there was 5. Hang on. How many are there? There's 4, isn't there?
Freddy,
5.
Shaggy, Wilma,
Freddy, Shaggy.
Daphne.
Velma,
Daphne,
Velma
and Shaggy.
Velma and Daphne. And then people are saying that they swear there was one more. There was an extra member. I can't place who the extra member was, but there's only 4, and I'm sure there was more.
Well,
and
I've never seen the 5th member other than Scooby-Doo.
Because on posters and things, it looks like there's a gap for another member.
Is that not just a person that
No.
bloody... You pesky kids, I would have gotten away with this if it wasn't for you interfering. And then they take the mask off, and it's like the janitor or the neighbour across the road.
I'm sure there was another
It was
one.
always somebody they knew.
It was Mandy or Janice, apparently. I reckon it was Mandy.
Yeah, probably. What would the fifth member have looked like?
There
wonder.
wasn't a fifth member. Craig?
No, there wasn't.
No.
Well,
No,
I know there wasn't, but
Craig used to watch it in black and white. Twice.
You can have two if you want.
In my world, it was only ever them, but I can kind of get on board with the fact that it feels like there should be another member. But then there's also the theory is it like because of Scooby? He's a dog, but he's also like a fifth member.
Hmm.
So people are they're filling in the gaps, aren't they?
Yeah, because it'd have to be the fifth member. He's like the first member because it's called Scooby-Doo.
Well, yeah.
It kind of wouldn't work without him, would it? Like Doctor Who without a doctor. Do you know what I mean? Just not happening. There it is. That's it. Couldn't remember.
You Lincoln. I just got to the end of that.
Yeah. I won't read it out. But yeah. Does anyone remember Mighty Mouse?
I'll tell you a story about Ralph Harris and his didgeridoo.
Go on.
She's listening again. Shut up, woman!
Is that the missus?
Yeah.
Not some mad neighbour.
No. She's in the room she's in the room next door.
Yeah. She's shouting through every time you say something.
We've got his and her offices, you see.
Yeah.
So she's earwigging.
So go on. Your close encounter with...
He taught me my father-in-law to play the didgeridoo. They were,
and then
her mum and dad were in a professional band in the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
Used to do all the Manchester club scene and stuff. So,
right.
My mum can tell like stories about all the people that they met. You know, before they became famous. Some of them while they were still famous, but yeah, they used to do all the big clubs and stuff. So,
oh, excellent.
Yeah, really interesting.
It's not something you can.
Bernard Manning.
Bernard Manning.
They did Bernard Manning's club, the embassy.
Oh, the embassy up in Moston.
Somewhere like that. I've driven past it a couple of times.
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh yeah.
We went out on a works day and we ended up going there. I'm like, going just somewhere you don't want to go.
I once delivered a washing machine to Bernard Manning's house.
He lived in Middleton, didn't he?
Well, just outside Middleton. So I used to work for a well-known electrical retail company. Am I allowed to say it?
Rumbelows, was it?
No, I did. Yeah, I worked for Rumbelows, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Another one from the 80s.
Yeah. And I worked for Curry's as well.
Yeah.
And when I worked for Rumbelows, I was working in Rumbelows in Middleton.
Yeah.
So it was like the posh bit where he lived.
Yeah, because the house, you've got the houses down the side, you've got that strip of grass down the middle, haven't you?
Yeah, it was a place called Alcrinton, which was like the posh bit.
Yeah, that's it. It's called, is it Middleton Vale or something?
Something like that, yeah.
It's Middleton, but they've added a bit of a name on the end to make it sound
and
nice.
It was just like a semi-detached house. He lived with his
they're
mum.
all set back, aren't they?
Yeah. And we were delivering a washing machine to his house. And we got there, like his mum comes to the door to let us in. You could hear him. You could hear him chirping away, in the lounge light. And honestly, I swear to God, he was sat there, pair of underpants, proper white fronts, and a string vest, and he was. Oh,
That is what I pictured before you said any of that.
Yeah.
I used to see him driving round in his baby
big
blue
American
Rolls
car.
Royce.
Big,
No, he's
massive.
got a blue Rolls Royce. It said LAF 1, LAF 1.
Okay. This was when he had like that big Cadillac.
Oh, yes. He had them both. But I think that come off the road, and then when he got the Rolls, he was just used to see him driving around North Manchester all the time in that. Don't think he ever did anything else.
No, I didn't know. He was, funny as in not funny, if you know what I mean. He was like peculiar,
Strange.
Guy, like, strange. Yeah. I reckon he had a few secrets because they all did, didn't they?
Well,
they've all, all these that fell foul to Operation U Tree. They were all for the same time, weren't they? Same period and that. So 70s and 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who knows, eh?
And moving on quickly before we get at the doors. What I was going to say, don't know. Gone. Let's read the chat. Everyone's gone on about the didgeridoo. Oh, CB radios. Do you know what one is, Sarah? No. What?
Wait, no, give me a minute.
Do not let me down.
Stop it. Wait.
You're not allowed to Google it.
Oh, Siri it.
I mean,
you must know.
There's a guy down the road from me still got one of them. You can see he's got a big pole
really.
stuck up at top.
Well, I know what they are, but
yeah.
Stop making me feel like a baby.
What's a risk-breaking toy?
A what?
Definitely risk-breaking toy. Oh, clackers.
Oh. Right. I didn't want to ask. I was a bit worried.
No, I was going off.
Yeah, so the CB. Yeah. So it was first used for truckers.
Yeah, same to you and all.
Yeah.
Clackers.
For two-way radio, but you could go into different channels. You could chat to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But then people just started getting them. We met at one in his bedroom. And he used to run it off a car battery. And I never had one. I know a little bit about them. I was only like 10. And you had like a bleed needle or something. I don't know what it's called. So if anyone tries getting on your channel, you can drown them out.
Oh, okay.
And then you all had your own handle. It's a bit like YouTube now, but
oh my God.
more, isn't it? Really?
Have you seen Simon's comment? Yeah. Without context, it's a bit creepy, isn't it? I could have shown you mine, Sarah. And then what did he say? I've got one in my van.
Yeah. So they'd use like, if they wanted to meet you, if you wanted to meet up, it was eyeball. I don't know what 10-4 copy was. People used to say it all the time, but as you can tell,
it's all a bit creepy, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Don't get it.
No, it's all cold. It's like creepy hijacker.
It was
cold.
like worse than Twitter before Twitter.
Yeah, it's like Twitter, but
I don't
for
actually
serial.
understand.
Twitter for serial killers.
For serial abusers.
Wasn't it?
Oh my God.
But you have to know that you couldn't just go on and start talking normal. If you went on and speak normal, you'd get blocked.
Really?
And they'd bleed you out and all that. So you had to know what you was talking about before you started talking.
You end up talking to somebody who was in the outback in Australia.
I don't actually quite understand this then.
Just
No.
like a two-way radio thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It didn't last long.
Oh, what, about 10 years? I know they still use them on trucks and that. Because
Yeah,
obviously it's pre-mobile phones. So it's
Yeah.
just linked up to the
Right.
the battery of the vehicle.
It was like shortwave radio, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just so it's mainly in America and Europe though, so people like that were driving for days, so they had someone to chat to.
That's mad.
You can still get them now, as Simon has one in his van.
I
I'd
know.
like to show you. But you can get
Wants to show you his
ham
aerial.
radios as well. So the ham radios are more you can sneak in and listen to other conversations.
Oh, well, no,
Mainly,
I'm bored with that.
Mainly the emergency services.
You used to be able to do that on shortwave radios.
Yeah.
No FM radios. So I had like a big cassette, like a big. They used to call them ghetto blasters, didn't they?
Yeah.
I had a big one of them, early 80s, Christmas present. And if you went right as far to the left on FM as you could, and you twiddled the area around, you could pick the place up.
Yeah. But you'd only hear one side of it. You wouldn't
You only
hear
hear
both.
one part of the conversation, yeah.
Yeah, you'd only hear not the dispatch, like the PCs that are out on the road or on the beat. You'd only hear that side to it. It's interesting because it's like, oh, that's around the corner from me. Stuff like that. It got exciting if it was near where you live.
Well,
You got a lot of catching up, Sarah.
I know. I
30 years.
I should have been born like. I should have been born 10 to 15 years old earlier.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Just to let you know, we can't have a break because I don't have a break to give. Sorry. So you just got to keep rambling.
Right.
Only 20 minutes to go.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't really feel like I can contribute to this conversation.
No, can we move on from CB? Because I don't really know that much about him.
No, I don't. I remember one of my mates had one,
Yeah, same as.
and we just used to hurl abuse at random strangers, and that was about it, really. Somebody out in Alice Springs or something.
Yeah, middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, Australia.
And that was it. You could depend. Oh, the bigger the aerial, the further away you could chat. So it had to be, at least like 300 foot just to get to the end of the road.
Right. So what you're saying, Mandy? Size does matter. Is that what you're saying?
Only in the 80s. No, but it's like you'd see these aerials. Do you know where they've got all the wires like holding them down? You always see them on like the backs of sheds and all that. They're the CB aerials. So people still use them. That's why Simon's got that.
Got them for? Why Simon got one in his van? Does he even use it, or is it just for show? Is it just how he? Is it just his chat up line?
No, I think he uses it.
What do you use it for, Simon? Why do people use them now then?
When it was analog TV and that, you'd be watching telly and all your TV go a bit like Poltergeist. Yeah, it'd all warp and everything. It's like that dickhead down the roads on his CB again. It was, honestly, it was. And you'd know who it was because of the Eiffel Tower in the back garden. Honestly, that's what the aerials are like. They weren't little
flashing lights on top of them for low-flying aircraft, didn't they? You could now only if you live near Manchester Airport.
Yeah. But honestly, they were that bad.
You get Qantas trying to land on your roof.
Oh, here we go. They had a Thunderpole frame, right? On 120, is that frame scaffolding poles? So they use scaff bars to like hold them in place, and they tie the aerial to that and make it even taller.
Sounds like a dodgy film, doesn't it? Thunderbolt, right?
Thunderbolt. 40.
Well,
How
12
did we
foot
get
aerial.
onto CBs?
Don't know. Someone put it in the chat. Blame them. But someone mentioned cars before, and lately I've seen a lot of old Fords. So I've seen Ford Cortina, Ford Capri 2.9 injection gear. That's what the police used to have back in the day. I seen Sierra RS. Is it the RS 2000? Not the Cosworth.
RS
The next
Cosworth.
one down. No, there's RS 2000.
That were an Escort, weren't it? RS 2000.
No.
It was.
I've seen a couple of them. These
No,
Sierra ones.
be told Mandy it was.
No, I'm not having it.
RS 2000 was an Escort.
Well, what was this Sierra? Sierra.
Cosworth. RS
No,
Cosworth.
there was another one. So one of my favourites that I never owned, but I always wanted one, was the
There was the Sierra 4x4.
No,
there was.
No, it wasn't that.
No,
I knew we
there
should have took a
was.
photo. Oh, Sapphire. Might have been the Sapphire.
That was the
I'm pointing
Sierra
at
with
the
the
screen,
boot.
by the way.
That was the Sapphire with a boot.
Yeah.
The Sapphire.
Might have been that then. But one of my all-time favourites is a Vauxhall Cavalier SRI. It was like a rocket.
I'm gonna have to Google.
And my mate had the Renault Turbo G. Oh, was it a GT? GT7?
Renault 5 Turbo.
Renault 5 GT Turbo. That was it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
And it was metallic purple with blacked out windows, and I'm sure it had a gold spoiler. Do you know what? He didn't have to buy tyres for that because it was blue. Honestly, he put his foot down, you'd be gone. Like 0 to 60 in less than a second. But one of my mates, I don't know if he's still got, I've not seen him for a few years. He used to work at the airport. And he had his normal everyday car. And then he had a K-Reg Escort RS Cosworth. Absolute immaculate condition. Navy blue, blacked out windows, black leather interior. And because he worked at the airport, he used to get all the stuff what they used on the planes to keep him
Airborne.
Yeah. Stop him rusting and all that. And he used to get this grease, and every Sunday he'd be lay under his car just coating the bottom of the car in grease because it was all the salt and grit and everything that was ruining the metal, making it rust.
I had an XR2.
I had
I had a red XR2.
Did you have spotlights on the front? Yes.
Spots on the front.
Yes.
I had pepper pot alloys.
I was just about to ask that.
Cool car.
Yeah. What about?
Well, I wish I could tell you what car I drove.
Let's make one up.
That's the thing. I can't even begin to make one up.
Fiat
Right.
500.
Go on it. Go on.
There you go. I'll tell you what my first car was.
Yeah.
Was a 106.
Right. Are you ready for this then? My second
That's
car.
it. That's as much as I can contribute.
But anyone who wants to see what this car looked like, and there are on the internet because I've looked for it. So it was a Vauxhall Chevette.
Right, wait there. Yeah.
1 point some, I can't remember what it was. Vauxhall Chevette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With chrome wheels, not alloys, chrome.
Okay.
Weighed a ton. Yeah. Banana yellow with
Hang
red,
on. Say that again. Banana
yellow, with red go faster stripes, a tow bar, a brown shag pile carpet inside, and this is the best
I'm
bit.
sorry. Were you Austin Powers?
You could take the
Yeah,
key.
maybe.
You'd start it up. You could take the key out and put it in your pocket. You didn't need the key to drive it, just to
Oh
start
my
it.
god.
There was a yellow Vauxhall Chevette.
Wow.
Raised suspension, blacked out windows. I don't know why they put a tow bar on it, because that
How
was
many
not
times did
towing
you
in.
get stopped by the police?
Never. They couldn't keep up with me.
I used to get stopped all the time in my XR2.
Did you?
Why?
Yeah, because I was 21, so I probably
Yeah.
looked like I'd nicked it.
Probably had.
I haven't. My mate had a 2-litre Capri,
Yeah.
bottle green 2-litre Capri.
Oh, do you know what you said?
It's amazing how many people you could fit in a Capri.
Yeah. You remember you saying,
You don't
obviously, you
Go
remember.
on, ask me how many people you could fit in a Capri.
Well, how many people
How many
can
people
you fit
can
in
you
a
fit in
Capri?
a Capri?
8. So one driving.
Only two
One in-
door.
No, one driving, one in the passenger seat, one sat on the knee of the passenger seat, 4 squeezed in the back, and 1 in the boot.
Wow.
So
And
I
then
know a lad.
and then we go up Pendle Hill in first with his foot to the floor. Because Pendle
Wow.
Hill's steep. There was a pub on the top of Pendle Hill called the Wellsprings. We used to go every Sunday night. And the only way we could get up there was for him to put it in first gear at the bottom and take a run up. Floor it in first all the way up. Engine were boiling over by the time we got to the top. There was that much weight.
I know a lad from Accrington. This
Go on.
is up until the late 90s. Had a 2.9 Capri in purple. I was going to say you might know him. He worked for the post office, but everyone in Accrington worked at the post office.
I haven't lived
No.
in Accrington for years.
Have you not?
Well, since 20 years ago.
20.
Yeah, what were he called?
Craig, believe it or not.
Not me.
No.
No. I never had a Capri.
REM 80s motorbikes, Andy. No, I don't know anything about motorbikes. I know that if we got on one, I'd last about 4 seconds before I was on the floor. So no, it wouldn't be happening. Should we move on from cars now? Because Sarah's looking all confused and sorry.
I know. I feel like a baby. I don't know any of the shows. I don't know any of the cars. I think I was just taking my first steps.
So what was your what? All right, what do you recall your first car was?
My first
Not your
car.
first car. What car do you recall seeing?
Oh God. No idea. All I know is it was a little. My dad used to work for a security company, and there was a little. It was like a little blue van. It was a bit like my 106, but a van. It reminded me of a Postman Pat car, and
An Escort. Could be an
I've
Ford
no
Escort.
idea. It only had 2 seats, and like, it
Yeah.
was 2-seater. We used to sit on me and my sister used to sit on my mum's knee on the passenger side to drive around. 2 of us on the knee.
Thing is, nobody cared then.
No, I remember being on the motorway doing it on my mum's knee. I know.
It's mad, innit?
I mean, I don't know when all the laws and all that came in, but it didn't stop my mum, obviously.
After this thing, you sat on your mum's knee going down the motorway doing lighter.
No. Yeah, they used to take us driving around our local area looking for just window spotting all the Christmas decorations, sat
Yeah.
on the knee. But that's all I remember. I don't actually remember sort of knowing what
What it was.
like what it was, yeah. But it was this little van that would have been absolutely crushed if we'd have hit a lamppost.
Oh yeah,
It was
that's
like,
it.
I know.
I'm looking back. I used to have an old Mini, like X-Reg. So I'm going back to 1993. I think it was the third car that I had. I bought it off one of the lads at work. It was red and white. It looked like a Mini Cooper S. Except the doors, my phone is thicker than the actual thickness of the door. And you're about that far off the road, like height-wise. Something hits you in one of them, there's nothing left. And I didn't drive it slow. I didn't go over the speed limit, just to let you know. I kept right on the marker.
Just for any time traveling police women, police women, policemen,
Police people,
Police person.
police persons.
You've got to be politically correct these days.
Days put, remember Bond cars built in Blackpool? Yeah, I used to deliver to TVR up in Bispam. They were made out of fiberglass, you know.
You're on about Bond bugs, Dave.
You're on about TVR?
The little three-wheeler things.
Oh.
You're on about the little three-wheeler things, yeah. Yeah, because they used to build the Bond bugs in Blackpool as well as TVR. TVR were all handmade, weren't they?
Yeah, because they used to do the fiberglass bodies.
Bond bugs were like three-wheelers, weren't they? They were like Robin Reliance.
Don't know. I'm not that old. Sorry.
You must know what a Robin Reliant is.
No, Robin Reliant. One of the neighbours had one, and that was
here we go.
What was it? Baby blue colour.
Yeah, there we go. They were all orange, weren't they?
Orange. It was like pastel colours. Like, it's bad enough having one, but they made it stand out.
Yeah,
I remember my dad. He had a.
No, you can't say that.
My dad had a Lada Riva in lime green. The most awful. Yeah, I mean, like more green than our names. It was
communist car. My dad had a Hillman Imp. Anybody remember Hillman Imps? That were that were in apple green.
No.
Blew it up on M5 going to Torquay. Oh, he did.
I'm afraid
it were an 850cc engine. An engine were at back, honestly. And he were wazzing it down the M5 doing about 60. And trust me, that were like top speed for one of them. And suddenly there is this almighty bang.
And that was it.
Engine dropped out.
Wow.
That's bad. But still funny.
No, I weren't at the time. I was at it bloody back.
Jesus. Did you get on holiday though?
Yeah, I think the AA took us on.
Yeah.
Stuck what were left at Carl back onto the pickup truck.
Yeah.
Took us down to our
hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my dad left it with a local garage or something to fix.
And never picked it up. Because you can keep that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We're nearly at the hour mark.
Are we? 55 minutes.
Still got some Skittles left.
It's like crap version of Top Gear, isn't it, tonight?
Bottom gear.
Yeah.
I've seen that film as well.
What?
Never mind, Mandy.
Gear.
No. Oh, right.
Bottom gear.
Which one's Clarkson? Who's Clarkson? Who's Hammond and who's May?
You can be Clarkson.
Well,
You can be
I'll be
May.
Hammond. I'll be
No,
Hammond.
no, I already named you.
I will be Hammond.
I was going to say you got the same hair as May. But he's got the same hair as you.
Oh, I don't even like it. I think he's the worst one to be. I think he's so boring.
I don't like to be any of them, if I'm honest.
To be fair, I've not contributed very much, so for the purpose of this podcast, I will be May. Okay. But just so you know, I'm normally Hammond.
Doesn't work like that. Does not work like that.
Still see the odd TVI knocking about, talking about TVIs.
I've seen them like on people's driveways. I don't think there's much go in them.
They were proper psychedelic colours, weren't they, as well?
Yeah.
Like really weird purples and stuff.
And most of them were custom made.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. They were handmade. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could go in, tell them exactly what you wanted. I remember going and Nigel Mansell was having one built. And when I went in, because he used to deliver engineering tools and all that, I went into the stores. I was chatting to the guy, and he pointed the car out that Mansell was having, and it was literally just the fiberglass frame, and they were just putting it onto the chassis. Didn't even have a colour on it. It was just all, see all the fibres going through it. So that was it. That's my boring story of it.
Is that your claim to fame?
No. Do you know what my claim to fame is? I'll actually end it on this.
Not really, no.
Oh,
which one do you want? Do you want an un-PC or do you want a famous a star Hollywood actress?
No, that's I can't get my words out. A difficult decision to make.
Well, they kind of both happened at the same night.
Did they really? You're like, well, can you not say both?
Yeah, I'm going to wait for the last 30 seconds. I'll say both and then I'll end the stream.
30 seconds? Is that all it'll take?
I could drag it out for 2 hours if I wanted.
Took him 30 seconds with a Hollywood actress.
No. Well, I used to be a taxi driver in Salford.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Highlight of my life. And we used to pick up at the Lowry Theatre down on at Media City before it was all built like it is now. We had the contract with the Lowry. And you got the stumps, you got to press a button, you got to wait for them to go down into the ground, then you drive through.
Yeah.
I think I told this story before, it was ages ago. I'm waiting to go through to do this pickup, and I got chased by a dwarf. Sorry, midget, a small person. I'm not being horrible, but I could just see his head bobbing up and down in me. Wing mirror. I could hear.
Stop it.
On the floor. I'm like, hurry up, hurry up. And he comes banging on the door. You my taxi? He actually spoke like that, by the way. And I'm like, no, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, left in, went through. And then I picked Joan Collins up and dropped her off in a bar on King Street in town.
That's like a story no one would ever believe.
True story. And before that, someone threw his mountain bike at my windscreen. Before any of them two things happened. So, yeah, that was a very strange night.
Who was the dwarf?
Don't know.
It wasn't a famous dwarf.
I don't think so. I didn't see him again.
Well, you didn't see him first time.
I was going to say, didn't see him first time. Until it was at my window. But he was proper arrogant and everything. A lot of a knobhead. So, God. That was it. I dropped him off at Exchange Bar and Grill in town. They paid the fare and gave me a £1 tip. Multi-millionaire, award-winning Hollywood actress. So, on that note, I'm going to end it. Come back on Wednesday when it'll be me, Nicole, and Daryl. I'm going to be talking about the Loch Ness Monster. And how he only gave me a £1 tip when I went driving around Scotland.
You're bragging again, Mandy.
Right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's been fun.
Thank you.
So, see you Wednesday at 8:30. I'll give you all the updates for next week. of the road trip. So have fun and goodbye. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
See y'all later. Bye bye.